Hey guys, Colby here. Welcome back to another video. We have summon news for this weekend. It's a progressive summoning weekend. Again, the progressive summons do not really change things in terms of your chance to summon, but if you're somebody who's looking out for these champions, this is your better chance to get them, if that makes sense. By the way, if you have not subscribed to the channel, guys, please consider doing so. It definitely helps me out. Let's get started. These are the summons as part of also finishing off your fusion, guys, for this guy right here. Our boy Stock. If you're somebody who's maybe missed one event or so, maybe this summon event is crucial to you to finish him off. I'm at 80 fragments, so with the events that are following up in the next couple of days, I should be okay in terms of finishing the fusion. So let's get started with the list of progressive champions. We have legendaries, we have epics, we have legendary non-voids, and we have legendary voids. Let's get started with Wallmaster Othorion, one of the champions I'm actually looking forward to. Wallmaster Othorion is actually pretty good in terms of just straight up tons of damage because he does enemy max health. This is very good for the Hydra. Attacks all enemies 2 times, so double hitting enemy max HP. Definitely key, and he can basically reduce the cooldown of that one with his A3 skill, which also boosts him up, increase attack, increase accuracy, increase speed. Very strong for the Hydra. I've noticed him in many teams, and I also use him in one of my teams, but not on this account, on my other account that I am running. He also increases champion's max health for each enemy killed or Hydra head decapitated. So basically making him very tanky for the Hydra when he is an attack champion. That's huge, right? And he benefits his damage from attack, enemy max health, so you don't care so much about his survivability. You build out your normal stats, and then the extra health that you'll get, it's just extra, right? So good. Such a good champion. If you do have them already, then that is very good. Next one up is Lady Kimi. So Lady Kimi, I believe, let me see. Where is Lady Kimi? How long is it going to take me to find Lady Kimi? Let me try to remember. Lady Kimi is Shadow King. Jesus, so many champions. It just after a while everything blends in my mind. I don't know. So Lady Kimi, why is she good? She's got a Doom Tower aura, guys. She's got an increased speed in Doom Tower battles. If you're somebody who's struggling in there, this might help you out. Decrease accuracy, decrease speed, and then she's got the inverse of that. So plus the decreased Terminator. She's got the inverse of that with applying block buffs as she removes buffs from champions, and then also increase accuracy, increase speed, increase Terminator. Fantastic kit in terms of multiple uses. Can be used for clan boss. If you don't have anything else, can be used for Hydra, of course, because of all the buffs and debuffs and speed boosting and decreased speed that she has. And of course, can be used in the arena for those reasons. It works very well in bomb teams because of that, of the increased accuracy, the increased speed, and the fact that if she removes buffs, she can also apply block buffs. That's actually a good A3 that she has for that specific role. So have that in mind. Lady Kimi is huge for that. Then the next one up is Firrol. Firrol I have already, and I'm so happy that I do have Firrol. He works so well in teams of multiple buffs, multiple buffing teams. The reason for that, he's got a passive which increases your resistance, accuracy, and damage dealt when you do have multiple buffs. And if you can keep them going with something like a buff extension or a protection set, this becomes a huge thing for your teams. Increased resistance is great. Perfect Veil, fantastic. That basically helps you do more damage and receive less damage because of this part. And then he can apply decreased accuracy and block buffs on enemies, and if the target is a boss, he also ignores resistance, so he doesn't need that much accuracy. Can also apply decreased speed, making him a huge champion for Hydra, and now the new boss, the Chimera boss. So have that in mind. Firrol, fantastic, and he also used to be bugged, making you were able to make really fast teams with him because you were buffing your damage to insane amounts. Next one up is Mortu-Macaab. I would say a forgotten champion for the arena. Can still be used, definitely because of his annoying peril skill, which when it procs, it just knocks you out and cannot be revived. Block revives you. This skill does very good damage, but is susceptible to the weak hits. So there's that. And also just simply ignoring this champion when you're attacking the team, you could clear the whole team and then just start attacking Mortu-Macaab separately. So he's not a huge champion to go for. Can be used for things such as the Curse City. There's one rotation of the Amuse boss that he works well because he does have a heal reduction. So there's that. And then the next one up is our own favorite, my own favorite, Sun Wukong. I'll show you guys my Sun Wukong just to give you an example. My Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong, there we go. Look at my buddy here. Built with a 6-piece Merciless. If I could do 9, I would. He's built with a little bit of accuracy. He's built with damage, almost 7,000 attack, plus the Merciless. Does really good damage. Has really a ton of speed. He works so well because he can actually stun champions. He can sheep champions. He can ignore defense. He can do surplus damage, AoE attack, which is insane on how much damage that can do. So you kill off one target and he kills the whole remaining team. And he can also steal buffs from enemies, including Stone Skin buff. Fantastic for the arenas. Can be used in many situations for PvE. And has the most insane passive in the game, which is a self-revival. If the whole team is still surviving, self-revival with 100% turn meter. If your team is still, you know, alive. But, you know, you can block revive him and just call it a day. Honestly. So, the legendary champions available is Tuhanarak, Supreme, Galek, and Pheidi Tealcrest. So, if we start out with Tuhanarak, Tuhanarak is quite good, in my opinion. Fantastic for the Hydra. Decreased speed, decreased attack, block buffs, debuff spread. Works great. Increased defense, increased speed. And this thing, which is basically a cleanse that you'll always have if you got continuous buffs and she's taking turns. She's doing a double cleanse. Fantastic skill. I cannot recommend this enough. It's Tuhanarak. She's a void. She's fantastic. And the only thing that you have to worry about is who else to pair her with, because she doesn't really do any damage. So she's strictly like a support, in my opinion. She does like a single target attack. So you'll use her basically to optimize your debuffs on the bosses and also have a consistent cleanse available for you. Works so well for the Hydra. Can work for Clown Boss, can work for Doom Tower, Curse City, every single place. Such a good void. The next one up was Supreme Galek. Supreme Galek is great, fantastic. Only needs 90% crit rate in terms of just applying his damage. Can apply block buffs, HP burns, and activations of HP burns. So he will be a significant boost to your damage for the Hydra, where there's multiple targets to be hitting. Can work for the Spider, of course, because of this activation of HP burn. We have so many activators at this point in the game, and he can also basically remove a true fear from himself, which is very nice, and instantly get an extra turn. Very nice in terms of how to use that for your benefit for the Hydra. And then finally, Pheidi Tealcrest. Let me see where she is. Pheidi Tealcrest is the final one in the list. It's basically a champion with a double hit, a one that can also heal all allies by 5% of this champion's max HP. Very strong because it's a void champion. Of course, it's a little bit stronger than let's say other champions who've got a heal on their A1. A2 attacks all enemies before attacking, removes all buffs from all enemies, can place a block buffs and decrease speed. Fantastic, plus turn meter manipulation, and then increase resistance, perfect well on all allies except this champion. Decreases the cooldowns of all active skills. So this on a 4-turn cooldown becomes such a great thing on his kit in terms of additionally allowing your champions to do more damage through their, you know, reset cooldowns. Pretty cool if you ask me. Turn meter fill effects on allies under stun, free sleep, provoke fear, true fear, petrification, sheep debuffs are 30% more effective. That's good. Whenever a sheep debuff is removed or expires, heals that ally and places an increased speed buff on them. Can work in arena, but in my opinion, not that fantastic. In terms of reviews, he does have 5s and everything, but only 34 reviews freshly added into the game, Pheidi. So have that in mind. And then in terms of epics, guys, we're going to quickly go over them. Fenax, Uugo, and Ilysinya. So Fenax, love Fenax. Honestly, one of the best epics in the game. Can do like a double hit with the A1 and also can do like a block revive, has a block buffs, can do block active skills also, and can do a single target, decrease defense and decrease speed. Fantastic, I would say, in terms of just being a rare, an epic that does really good work. Ilysinya is also the next one up in the list in terms of epics. Has a chance to steal buffs, AoE attack, block debuffs, and also can apply block buffs on enemies after attacking, shield on all allies, and a strengthen. Pretty good support, but nothing too crazy in terms of just going for it. And then finally, we have Uugo. which I think Uugo is one of the best epics in the game, being a non-void epic, decreased defense, block buffs, leech. We have removal of hero reduction and additional 1 random debuff, plus a big heal, plus if everybody else is dead, she revives, plus can place an increased speed and block damage buff on this champion whenever the champion's last living ally is killed. So last living ally then uses the heal / revive and revives everybody back as a last resort in terms of just getting your team going of champions. And then finally for epics, we have Basher and Warcaster. So Warcaster can be used in some teams. Very difficult to use in terms of block damage teams. Can still be used. Very unique kid. OG in the game. So he's been here for about 6 years or so. And then finally Basher, who is one of the Skinwalker epics. Basically can lock out the enemy team for 2 turns. It's your cheap way of getting something like a Warlord or a Yumako to lock out the enemy team. That is what you use your Basher and you try yourself, you try your luck, right? This was it, guys, for today for these summons. Again, this is a progressive that will be going on for the weekend. The event will last for 72 hours, starts on December 6th and goes on for the weekend. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.